Everybody, Bradley here with another quick movie review. Megan 2.0 is nothing at all like Megan 1. I loved Megan 1. I thought it was great, creative, experimental, and it was a fairly low budget Blumhouse experimental horror movie. And this is a science fiction action movie slash kind of comedy. One of the things that me and a few other film critics that I respect were worried about, and we were hesitating on seeing it, that's why I saw F1 first and not Megan, is we thought it was going to be cheesy, because Megan has become a pop icon, and she's being commercialized a lot, especially if you've noticed in AMC's ads. They now have a Megan trailer thing before the movie starts, at every movie, and that's kind of oversaturated. But let's get back to the movie. This is nothing like the first movie. The first movie was actually kind of horror and pretty much a slasher movie. This is very non-violent, well, a lot less violent than the first one. They are trying to appeal to a broader, more international market, but a broader market in general. They wanted to stay away from the little girl aspects of it, which is kind of what we liked about it, is that it was a killer little girl. Well, she's grown up now, and not only that, but there's a even older version of her. The plot is that someone has stolen or managed to hack Megan's code, and they made her into a military weapon, kind of like a evil agent, super spy. So they think they've got control over this super robot, and they don't. The robot suddenly gains consciousness and starts killing all of its creators and everybody involved with its creation. They don't say why, but I would assume it's because, hey, you made me into a slave. I don't want to be your slave, so I'm going to kill you. But they didn't really point that out in the movie. So that's kind of a hole. This movie would have made a lot better book than it did a movie. When I got out of this movie, I felt like I had been in a John Wick show. It's kind of wants to be high on the action, but the action's not really that great. It's like it'll show them doing martial arts moves, like, hey, I can do this, and hey, I can do that. But then when they're actually fighting, it looks lame, and so they kind of cut away from it. There's a lot of intellectual aspects to this movie. They address topics like Chat GPT. There's an Elon Musk type character in this. There is whether AI is good or bad. Should we use AI? Should we get rid of technology altogether? Is it really helping our lives? Is it justified? Should we just have AI and someone responsible in control over it and be able to turn it off? Well, who is responsible enough to make that kind of choice? Is anybody responsible enough? Or will absolute power corrupt absolutely? And yes, it will, as we can see in the world these days. The more power you have, the more corrupt you get. And that's kind of sort of what we're dealing with in this movie. And I liked it, but I liked it because of the intellectual aspects of this. Some of the people in the movie theater clapped and really enjoyed it. They liked it because of the humor aspects of it, the cheesiness, and it wasn't all that cheesy. This is actually a serious movie. Like I said, very thinking person's movie, where you debate on whether we should use AI, if it's a good thing or not, or just put it in the trash bin of historic mistakes. So there's a lot of that in this movie, and but it doesn't really focus on that. It focuses a lot on the action between the killer robot. This is like Terminator 2 meets Alita Battle Angel meets Isaac Asimov meets Stephen King's Lawnmower Man. AI gone crazy with the internet and stuff. And there's a lot of holes in this. Like, all of a sudden, Megan is everywhere. She's in your phone. She's in your Alexa. she's in your TV, and those are kind of aspects of society we need to address and think about, and what people were afraid of. Remember when everyone wanted to put the camera over every camera, or put a cover over every camera in the house and all that stuff? So that addresses those kind of issues, but it doesn't really resolve anything because they're probably going to make a Megan 3.0. And I really liked some parts of this movie, but towards the end, I didn't like it at all. I go, give me a break. This is dumb, but I like the cuter aspects of it, like when Megan is in the little Teletubby-looking robot thing, and that was cool and cute. But after that, they turned her into a Alita Battle Angel, and there was less. The action and dancing looked dumb and campy and very like John Wick, fluorescent color lasers and stuff. There's a lot of money spent in this movie, but it's not worth it. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. I'm giving it a 6 only because of the humor aspects and the thinking person's aspects of this movie. If you're expecting to see Megan 1 and see a lot of Megan, you're not going to see that. There's very little Megan classic in physical form until towards the end of the movie, and she doesn't look right. And they've over computerized her voice, and she sounds weird, and it's less real, and it doesn't have the same vibes as the first one. The first one had horror vibes, and you were literally scared, and there were a few good jump scares. There's none of that. This is very watered down. I think they only showed blood one time when someone got shot, and maybe some arm breaking or twisting somebody's arm around. The other characters in the movie are forgettable. I mean, the main woman in the movie, I forget her name. She's good. She has a better part. They try to use a more sexual aspect of her. They make her all dolled up and sexy looking, and they try to throw a lot in this movie, and it doesn't really work. So that's my review. You may like it, you may hate it, you may love it. This is a very up for grabs movie. Some people are going to love it and say I'm crazy. Some people are going to hate it and say, why did you think a thinking movie would be cool? But it's not really a thinking movie. Like I said, it's a sci-fi action movie trying to be Terminator and everything else having to do with robotics and AI, which is what I liked about it. I would read the book. I would not see this movie again. But they're going to make a 3, and I'll probably go see it.